What's up, traders? Welcome to live streaming from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. This is Forex Wizard, your trading coach. I will be doing a live trading session, live analysis, and live discussion about trading psychology, fundamental and technical aspect of trading. So today is the, as you can see, Thursday, very important day. There's a dollar CAD news coming also. So let's see what kind of trading opportunity currently we have in the market. As you can see, yesterday also we had a live trade on gold along with other VIP trades as well. So let's see now what kind of opportunity we have, guys. Make sure that you give a big thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet, so that you don't miss out any of the content that we are releasing every single day. So let's look at, we have seen a strong breakdown on gold. Let's see where we are heading gold again. I will be looking at, first of all, bigger picture. Daily is always a look at first. Now we can see that from the daily perspective, gold has from this daily 20 EMA, gold has a massive drop yesterday. With that drop, we have seen a full body red candle on the daily, has come back down here. Let me look at the weekly to see the general direction. Now from the weekly, we can see that gold is doing exactly according to the weekly forex forecast, according to the analysis. As you know, that this is what exactly expected in the weekly forex forecast as well. Now what do we see? That gold from the weekly perspective has this movement, as you can see, with this massive move on gold from the weekly. This is the weekly doji, the previous week, and this week so far, initially gold has created a higher low and then has bounced to the upside, followed by, we have seen this week so far, gold has gone up, tested the some part of this long week on the weekly, and with that long week creation, what we saw, that gold now slowly rejecting towards the downside. Now let's see where we can expect. What I think that, guys, that gold may not completely break down. Let's see, we need to look at a bit more bigger picture from the monthly. Now you see that multi-time frame is very important to see, in fact, how the market is evolving. Now from the multi-time frame perspective, we see that gold from this multi-time frame had a strong rejection from this monthly resistance line. Okay, so the previous months we have seen that gold created this all-time high. Okay, this is the resistance line, and we saw the price has triggered all-time high liquidity in that area. Now with that all-time high liquidity creation, gold has a rejection. Now with that rejection, we saw that gold created this long bearish candle. Now with that bearish candle, gold has a long wick candle, a healthy body, and a long wick candle. Okay, this is the monthly price action. Now with that monthly price action, we saw gold has gone up to this level, and with that resistance, gold has now again rejected towards the downside. Now with that rejection, we see that gold highly likely might break this low from the monthly. What we see now, this is what I mentioned earlier also, guys, initially, that as gold has formed this long-term bearish price action, we could see that gold breaking down to create new lower low. Now with that breakdown, what we can expect on gold, the price to drop further to create a new lower low. Now if we look at the weekly, we see that previous week doji, the price created a lower high, tested the 50% of this long week candle on the weekly. Now we can expect gold to break to the downside on this one. So if we look at the daily, now a bit more different picture. This is what I was telling, guys, that multi-time frame is very important. Now from the daily, we saw there is a massive drop. Now the price is going up. What I think that in that case, gold highly likely that the price, this is the support level on gold. Okay, support here, support here, which is turning resistance, and from that zone we can expect gold to break towards the downside. Now if we look at further lower time frame from the 4 hour, we can see that from this multi-time frame perspective on gold, this is a long bearish engulfer, followed by we can expect now the price to go ahead and test this support as a resistance and then to reject towards the downside. Now this is what I will be waiting for gold to go ahead and test this support as a resistance and then to reject. The highly likely we might see that downside coming later, as bigger picture is bearish. We saw a strong breakdown, we can expect a pullback, and what I think in that pullback on the 4 hour, if we look at, this is the previous support down resistance, a very important area of value, along with the 20 EMA, we can expect gold to go ahead and test and then to reject towards the downside. So if we look at even further lower time frame on the 5 minutes, we see that there was a massive breakdown on gold. Now with that massive breakdown, consolidation, another massive breakdown, and we saw that it's in now a very interesting consolidation phase. We could see from this consolidation upside and then trending to the downside. This is what we will be waiting. It's a very strongly bearish now. I will be waiting for bearish opportunity. As soon as I will find that, guys, make sure that give a big thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel before I progress further, so that the stream is shown to more people, and your support is appreciated. I really appreciate your support to the channel for all the likes, subscribe, comment. That helps the YouTube algorithm to reach more people, and that's also helped me to motivate to create more content for you. So let me know in the chat how you're doing. Tangani Jonas, GBP USD, yeah, absolutely, we'll be looking at that. Favor, hi coach, Euro GBP, what's your analysis? Yeah, absolutely, I'll look at. Fred, hello coach, GBP AUD, I'm on buy around 0.8570. Yeah, absolutely. Toro, good morning, thank you very much, good morning. Thank you. Thanks for that. Daniel, thank you very much. Daniel, thanks for that. So let's look at now where we can see potential opportunity. So we saw that gold, I will be looking at today is sell side or buy. Looks like that still bearish. We'll be looking at that. Hamza, let me see other instrument how they are doing. Looking at AUD USD. Now AUD USD, you can see that we had a trade yesterday. We closed with profit. It almost nearly went to the TP. We took the half profit, the other half break even, so we still had an amazing trade on this one as well, along with the gold trade. Now let's look at I will be first looking at DXY, and then we'll go to the USD pair, because DXY will give us a bit more clearer direction in the market. So looking at DXY, all right, so looking at the DXY bigger picture, I'll be looking at monthly on DXY. Now from the monthly on DXY, we can see that monthly perspective that this is a very strongly bearish market on DXY, followed by this correction, okay, a strong impulse correction on DXY, and we see that with this impulse and correction, we can expect another impulse on DXY. Okay, so with that impulse, what we can see that monthly perspective, bigger picture, there is a strong impulse correction, impulse it has gone up again. Let's see that overall picture, which way the market is heading. Now so far you can see in the last 8 days DXY from the monthly perspective didn't make much movement on the monthly on DXY. So because it didn't make much movement on DXY, what we will do on this one is for the price to, let's look at the weekly. From the weekly, this is the weekly price action. You can see there is an impulse here. Okay, this is a massive move on the weekly, followed by narrow correction. Okay, narrow correction on DXY. Now with that narrow correction, we saw that back-to-back 2 weekly dojis has been formed here. Now with that 2 weekly narrow candle, this is the almost nearly end of the week, we saw there is a narrow doji. What I think that DXY highly likely, because you can see it couldn't break the previous weekly low, you know, we might see in the upcoming days and times we could see bullish move, because from the, you know, price action perspective, this is the only information that we have in the market, the price action. Guys, keep in mind price action is the key. Now from the price action perspective, we saw that there is a, you know, massive movement followed by a narrow doji. Okay, we saw that there is another narrow doji, back-to-back 2 narrow candles is the sign that the sellers are not strong enough in that market, and we saw that from this zone we can expect DXY to make another bullish move to the upside. If we look at the daily, okay, we see that from the daily perspective, the price action, this is an impulse, a narrow correction, impulse, narrow correction, impulse. The price is consolidating, has come back down. Now the bulls again tried to create another move but couldn't do it. Now what do you see that in this zone on DXY, there is a doji on the daily, a gap opening, and we see that there is another bearish candle is being formed here. Okay, so with that bearish candle and now the price coming down on DXY, I would say that after coming down we could see another bullish move, because this is a long-term bull market. So from the 4 hour you can see this is a complete consolidation here, a very interesting consolidation on DXY, a complete parabolic consolidation. And also we see in that zone the price, you know, this is a very interesting price action pattern. Okay, after breaking this low, what I think that DXY might start again bullish move. So for the time being we see short-term downside, but we can expect DXY to remain bullish. This kind of price action is, you can see, it's not that much of impressive for trading, finding a direction, but once it will break out, we'll see which way the market is heading. So DXY, if we look at with respect to DXY, such as on euro dollar, if we look at the daily on euro dollar, we can see that from the daily perspective, I will be looking at first of all monthly to see that overall direction in the market. So from the monthly, we can see that then, let's say this is a bearish candle on the monthly, a bearish candle, a strong bearish candle, followed by this month so far the price has gone up. Okay, tested this monthly support as a resistance. Okay, and we saw that euro dollar has a rejection so far from the monthly. If we look at the weekly, we see so far there is a narrow range like the DXY, euro dollar doing the same thing, a narrow range on the weekly on euro dollar. And if we look at this market overall, we can see that first of all, look at this impulse correction, impulse correction. We can expect another impulse, but this is a a very narrow price action, narrow range on the weekly, not showing any clear direction. But if you look at this weekly movement, it is still downside on the weekly. If we look at the daily, okay, so from the daily, we saw there is a previous day, there is a doji here. You know, the markets, you can see that you need to understand the phase of the market. So when the market in a trending phase, the market trends and we see a lot of trading opportunity. But when the market, you know, in a consolidation phase, you can see the market was trending here, correction, trending, correction, trending, correction. Now when the market in a consolidation phase, okay, we see that consolidation, a strong drop and then correction drop. So this is a consolidation phase in that area in the market. Now with that consolidation, we can see the market highly likely that we could see some upside on the daily. All right, it might even come to the daily 20 EMS. So from euro dollar daily perspective, we could see that the market from the daily perspective, we might see some upside to test this level. So from the 4 hour, this is where we see the market. You can see with this pin bar, a strong rejection and a bit more unpredictable price action that you can say. So what I will be waiting on euro dollar is to grab liquidity from the support and then to go to the upside, then I will go long. Now keep in mind guys, how do I determine, like, you know, when the market does like this, what do I look at when I decide either to go long or long? Is the trend. So locally euro dollar, if you look at how does the market structure is being created, you know that as I mentioned that there are many phases of market that you need to face as a trader. So this is a kind of market structure. Sometimes will puzzle you. Okay, it's very normal to make you puzzle. When it puzzle you, the subtle things to look at, for example, need to look at what are the, you know, how the market is forming. Is it creating series of higher low? Okay, you can see it's forming series of higher low, which is typical bullish, and higher high. So locally we see that this is a bullish market and we can expect it to travel to the upside. So when you see locally bullish, then I will be looking for buying opportunity. Simply as to know. Thank you very much. Arthur, thank you. Good morning. Daniel, thank you. Favor euro GBP, absolutely will be looking at that today. Gold is okay. SWOT trainer, I think to buy dollar yen. Yeah, absolutely will be looking at that. Shan, good Coach Mon, good morning. Thank you, Shan. If DXY falls to break to the resistance, then gold might fly. Look, they are inversely related, okay, but from bigger picture, what I see that in fact gold, you know, I see that gold is bigger picture downside. So it is little bit of need to look at the price action to see where it is heading. You know, it's not that, you know, always in a single way we can think. Based on the changed market condition, we can see how the market might be doing. FX cash, I think gold will go 1970. Then again, yeah, Coach Morning. In perspective to news to the US job claim, can gold further up? So Derek, yeah, in relation to the US news, gold, you know, we see that the price action, you can see this is the price action perspective. We saw that there is a massive drop, so that means that there is a massive selling happen. Okay, now when we look at the market, guys, keep in mind that the only information that we have is the price action. Okay, as a price action trader, we can trust price action. You know why? Because when you look at this candle, why this candle printed, when we ask the question, you see the answer will come up. Now why does this candle has been printed on gold? Okay, the candle is printed is because there is a order, there is a selling happen in that zone. Okay, so when there is a massive selling happen, all right, now when selling happened, there was order came on the other side of the market. Now we can think a market in two ways, which is very important. Is one way is, let's say the price has dropped a lot, now it should move up. Okay, this is how in the beginning retail trader think. I also think in that way, but as a matter of fact, we need to think a bit more deeply. Okay, how does it work? For example, when you ask why this candle has formed, there was a huge volume. Okay, big boys, you know, the big investors sold this market. Now when they sell, is it over? No, they just place the order. The trade is already there. All right, so when there is a huge selling happen, this kind of candle form, that means that there is a huge order, and that will lead that price further deepening. So that's why, you know, imagination is the key. The way I imagine is like, for example, instead of thinking that okay, the price has dropped a lot, now it should go up, how I think is, imagine, you know, a weight balance, or let's say there is a rope and there is a balance here. So put 1 kilo on it. All right, now what will happen? It will, let's say this is a stretchable, as much a stretch as you can do. So put 1 kilo, then it will stretch down, right? Come here, 1 kilo. Now place another 1 kilo. All right, if you place another 1 kilo, then what will happen? Think, if you place another 1 kilo, then do you think like that, okay, it after this 1 kilo, it is stretched long enough, now it should go up? Do you think that way? Or if we think that okay, in 1 kilo it is stretched or has come down to this level, if I put another 1 kilo, all right, then it will come down further. You see, this is how trading works. This thinking is the key to understand how the market moves. So with that respect, if we think that way, that the stronger the sell, the further the price will do, then we start to see the different picture in the market. Okay, then we start to think to sell the lower low, buy the higher high. This is where the concept come in place in trading. All right guys, hopefully that you're enjoying. Give a big thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. In the meantime, let's look at our probably you have seen the trade that we have opened yesterday in NY Live. That was a massive one, isn't it? Back to back 2 trades. There's one here, there's one there, both a live trade. Let me know in the chat guys how many of you were in that trade. Let's review that trade, because you know, reviewing is the key. It's around like that. Okay, let's look at why that trade worked out. The previous one also from NY Live, it worked out very well. So if we look at this candlestick pattern on gold, okay, why did I open this trade? Let's look at that point. Okay, because understanding, learning is the key here. Okay, how the market moves, to understand how to grow. Now we saw that there is a strong bullish candle here on gold with this massive bullish candle. Now with that bullish candle, first of all, when we opened the trade, it wasn't there. we were here. Okay, this is where we went short on gold. This is the 5-minute chart. Now I opened based on 15 minutes. All right, when the candle was here. Now what caused me to take this kind of trade in that direction is because if you look at when this candle was here that time, it was forming a middleman, and if you look at the 5 minutes, you can see that this is where the thing that I look at. You see multiple times the price respected this support and form an inverted head and shoulder as a breakout. Okay, and we saw that if you look at this overall picture, creating series of higher low. All right, and then after creating series of higher low, we saw that gold has a bounce. Right, with that bounce, it's formed a bullish structure you have seen in that live trade, and then we saw that after coming to almost the nearly SL, it has bounced to the upside, given at the full TP. Guys, this is the simplest way to trade. As I mentioned that here everything is to create to help you as a trader, and if you are our member, definitely you know that we have a strategy to help the trader. Now you see that back to back we are quite a few trades even in this live that we are trading based on the strategy. Now you can learn that strategy. If you want to be part of our trading community, I will invite you to join us. There is a link in the description, and also there is a link at the top of the chat. Click the link, visit the website, and then click join now button. Be part of the trading community. I will say that rather than losing money, invest on your education, because this is where you will find everything to be a profitable trader. And you saw that live how we are doing, and there's a VIP chat group where you can be part of this VIP chat group to interact with other traders. So yeah, I will recommend you to join us so that you can progress in your education for further. So with that said, now and then we saw the market again revert back. It made a big move, revert back, and then we saw that the market in fact made a massive drop. So with that, there is a daily 20 EM, and from that zone we saw this move happen. All right, currently we can see gold. Let's see what's happening in this current moment. Gold on the 15 minutes time frame. Let me see that. Okay, 1 hour chart, there is a middleman has formed. 4-hour candle closed. Okay, so it closed as a doji on the 4 hour. Let me see on the 1 hour. Okay, so 1 hour also a bearish candle. Let me see 5 minutes. Okay, so looks like that we might see further drop. Let me see the 4 hour. Look, you see there is a doji on the 4 hour. I'll wait for a break of this high. It may not go, it might continue to drop. Okay, so it formed again another bearish price action. This 1 hour candle is a bearish doji on gold. All right, so let's see. Previous 15 minutes has formed a middleman. Okay, so you see that okay, so that we can use significant bearish move on the market. So this consolidation, this channel, right? So this is the channel was moving the price, and with this channel, so the support is broken, can expect a retest of this support as a resistance, and then we can look for selling opportunity. So this is the 5 minutes price action. As you can see, the price was moving along this channel, okay, and I'm expecting for the price to completely break down first, and then to retest this level will give us opportunity. Let me see. So we tested the lower part of the 4-hour week. Can doji can expect to test the upper part. Okay, let me see. Looks like that it might see that the price is melting from this area. Yeah, let's look like that we might see further drop. So let's see how it goes. Let me know in the chat, guys, how you are looking at the chart. Hamza, today gold is, yeah, absolutely. Hamza Swartner, I'm thinking to buy dollar yen. Yep, coach, good morning. If DXY falls to break, yeah, I think gold will go 1970. Yeah, we'll be looking at that. I think gold, yeah. Coach, morning. Job, thank you very much. Good morning, coach. How are you? Thanks for very much. Yeah, Job, thank you very much for Dar. Gbpusd, coach, can you please take a look? Thank you very much, Dar. Gbpusd, good morning, coach. Is gold long-term sell monthly? Yeah, I'll be looking at that. Good morning, sir. There was a nice bull trap, 1970 level. Yeah, I will look at that. GBPUSD, Derek, GBPUSD is dropping at the same time as gold. Yeah, so that's a good question. There is a relationship between the currency pairs, as you know, that gold also very much related to AUD USD, GBPUSD, euro dollar. So when gold is dropping, you will see the GBPUSD also they are very much correlated. Okay, now if you look at the 4-hour, this is the 4-hour candle that started. It's a kind of sideways, but it's still maintaining a higher low, and where we see that gold is also in the same kind of price action. But not always you'll see that they're normally, it's because of the dollar. Basically DXY controls everything. So when DXY is going up, gold is going down, and then started to GBP USD and euro dollar USD, they started to drop, and gold is going up. There's the inversely related, and because of that, okay, this is why. So let me see. Okay, the 5 minutes price action. Okay, I want to see a retest of this level. We saw this channel is broken. Okay, this is how normally to look at the market, that finding the structure, find for a breakout, look at the trend, the major direction of the trend, and then go for the trade. The simplest way to understand how the market moves, guys. In the meantime, if you are looking for regulated broker, use our trade link. There is a link in the description area. You can click the link, register for free, join regulated broker. Once you start trading with regulated broker, you'll see that it really helps, because if you are trading with the regulated broker, you always feel safe that your capital in the safe hand. So I recommend you to use a regulated broker always, and there also no commission broker. So you can use that link in the description area. So let me look at, okay, we see that breakdown on the 5 minutes. I'll wait for a bit more upside to retest this level. It's the 15 minutes. Gold sometimes drops very aggressively. Okay, if we find an entry, we'll be looking at that. So it's still bearish, so it's still showing downside. All right, guys, in the meantime, thank you very much. Also, guys, join free Telegram channel. As you know that we do more often, we open live trades. So if you are connected to us with this free Telegram channel, any updates, all the educational content is posted on free Telegram. Okay, so free Telegram, you can I have given a link in the live chat to use free Telegram. So you can click that free Telegram channel link and then join free Telegram channel. Yeah, the Krishna, thank you. Is good, no problems. Good morning, sir. There was a nice bull trap. Okay, GBPUSD also dropping at the same time. Okay, can you start looking at buys on dollar yen? Kevin, yeah, we'll be looking at that. Bazooka, thank you, coach. God bless you for your education. Hope someday I can join your community for learn. Bazooka, yeah, absolutely. Anytime, anyone is always welcome. There is a lot of value, as you have seen all the live trades that we open, all the strategy that I use, and also there is a community that you can involve with. And there was a time I didn't get the same support when I started trading, and from that place it is created to help trader. And I know that many of you have the same dream to be a profitable trader. See, what I do is from the place of pure passion. I dedicate my whole life in trading as a trader, and I'm a real trader. You have seen that very few people can show you live trading that you have seen in Forex Wizard, Forex Trading Wizard Academy. This is where you will find the real education. That's why I invite you, because you will see a lot of misinformation out there, a lot of rumor, a lot of things. But who I am, you saw in the live trade. And when it's a big dedication, it's a big academy, and growing every single day. Being part of that really will help you to stay up to date and to grow in a fastest way possible as a trader, because the intention here is to help trader from from harder space from everyone. I do have limitation. I'm not saying that I am always right. No one in this world can be right. Sometimes some error happen from my side, may happen, and it doesn't mean that we are it's sometimes it happens, but as a trader is a journey to create consistent profit. When we are right, taking the bigger profit, and then make consistently profitable and providing the right guidelines. So everything is here. You can find that, can be part of this. And any question, don't hesitate to ask me anytime. I'm always here. Okay, I work almost behind this academy for this education almost 15 hours in a day. Okay, trading, analyzing, putting content. So I'm always here, present for everyone is coming. So make sure you take the full advantage of it. Stay connected, stay motivated. Okay, either you are joining, not joining it, so no problem at all. The intention that I have is you become profitable, okay, so that you gain financial freedom. This is the main goal of my goal as well as your goal, because I know that for long experience, the only way you can get something when you give something. So this is the main goal, is to give you. So you need to open your mind to take it. Okay, no problems at all. Always stay motivated, and you have the ability to be a profitable trader, no doubt about it. Okay, so let's see, NASDAQ 100, dollar yen, Tepilo. Good morning, coach. Euro NZD, absolutely. Euro GBP favor. Okay, we'll be looking at Euro GBP. I'll come back to gold, guys. We see that there's a drop here. Okay, I want to see a bit more pullback. I don't want to jump on middle of the trend. Let's see. Once we will find an entry, we will be definitely opening the trade. In the meantime, Euro GBP, looking at the bigger picture on Euro GBP. Now I will be looking at, first of all, daily, because daily chart is always good for me. Now from the daily, Euro GBP has formed a daily doji that has a long wick at the bottom, and I think that Euro GBP might come back down further. If I look at the bigger picture on the monthly on Euro GBP, we can see that monthly perspective on Euro GBP, there is a long bearish candle, a strong bearish candle on Euro GBP from the monthly. This month so far, after a little drop, we saw the market has gone up. It's still in a narrow zone, so let's see which way it is heading. If we look at the weekly, we can see that from the weekly, I see that Euro GBP is still bearish to me from the weekly perspective. Now we see that this is the weekly price action, and there is a massive drop, narrow correction, another drop, and we see this week so far the price created this little move. Still it is bearish, and highly likely that Euro GBP, this is the previous support level here on Euro GBP, and this is the support level, support here, okay, which is there's a doji, strong breakdown, okay, support down, resistance here, and from that resistance we see that move happening. Now if we look at the daily on Euro GBP, we see that daily price action, there's a massive drop, narrow correction, another drop. We might see short-term move, okay, especially if we see that daily resistance is broken, could give us another selling opportunity. From the 4-hour, we can see the locally it is in a sideway. Okay, normally this kind of price action I wait to break out, because if you see that when the market trends, it trends nicely, but this is where it is a bit more in a sideway. Trading here is not a good idea, because it might be going a lot of up and down. But if managed to go up, break this high, and then giving a selling opportunity, I'll be looking for selling on Euro GBP. But we might see even a bit more upside. So here it is in a sideways and in a narrow range. There isn't much here. Once we'll see direction, I'll be looking at. This is the daily chart. I think here the best bet will be once the price will break this daily high, once it will be rejected, then to sell will be the best place for potential selling opportunity on Euro GBP. So dollar yen, Nasdaq, GBpusd, dollar yen, Sheplo, Euro NZD. I will be looking at that. We'll be looking at dollar yen and GBP all this. Let me see dollar yen. Looking at the daily. Okay, so daily price action, we saw there's a daily, very strong bullish candle on dollar yen from the daily. I'm looking at the monthly. Now from the monthly bigger picture, dollar yen is a bull market. Okay, it's a bullish market on dollar yen. There is a monthly candle which in fact has a long wick at the top and also long wick at the bottom on dollar yen. This is the monthly price action, and with that monthly candle on dollar yen, what I think that the price might continue to rise in that direction. This is the monthly price action. I would still remain bullish. If we look at the weekly, this is a little bit of different price actions, though so far you can see that weekly narrow dodgy. So this week dollar yen didn't move much. That means that might be waiting for a breakout. Now still maintaining a higher low, and that means that dollar yen we can expect next week or later this week a bit more upside. And I think the dollar yen, you can see 1.5 days remaining for this weekly candle to be closed, and dollar yen, what I see that it's still dodgy. If it maintaining the higher low, we might see the move coming in the upcoming week. Now if we look at the daily, this is the daily price action, a break to the upside. Now you see that from that zone, dollar yen again coming down for a deeper pullback. We could see that the market again after testing this support moving towards the upside. So from the 4-hour, as you can see, this is a bit more sideways movement. I would say the dollar yen currently lower time frame is better to trade from the lower time frame, which is bullish. But from the let's say from 4-hour, there isn't much here. It's a bit more sideways. I think it might remain in a sideways until this week, because you see this weekly, this is the weekly candle, okay, this doji, and I think that this weekly doji may not be able to break this low or may not be able to break this high. So this week we might see dollar yen is still remaining in this support and resistance, and then we might see the next week dollar yen breaking this high and then moving towards the upside. So from the daily we can see that pattern here. So if going back to 4-hour, so from the lower time frame, I think dollar yen might be trading in this narrow range some more time, and then on the weekly opening we might see dollar yen breaking this low and then trending to the upside. So for me at this point in this lower time frame, that's on the 4-hour, there isn't much impressive a trading opportunity. But if we look at a very lower time frame, such as on the 5 minutes, there will be opportunity. On the 5 minutes, the market always trend. You can see it was dropping, has broken out from 5 minutes time frame. If the price from 5 minutes and 15 minutes, you can see there is a breakout. We could see again, this is the trend line. The price has broken out. If the price come back down, test as a support, we could see another movement towards the upside. So yeah, dollar yen at this point, here there is much. We could see slowly a little bit of bullish and sideways movement. All right, so let's look at going back to gold again. We saw that drop happen on gold as expected. Okay, so okay, from 1 hour you can see after this 1 hour doji, gold has a drop. I think, you know, this is 36 minutes remaining for this 1 hour candle. If we see that this 1 hour candle closing below this level, okay, we might see another one again coming down. Okay, so there is a very high probability for. Let's look at the news calendar to see how it is impacting the pricing. If we look at the Forex factory calendar, dollar unemployment claim, right? So it's coming tonight, dollar news, and tomorrow coming CAD news. So tonight gold and other USD pairs getting very volatile. Now if we look at this doji here on gold, this is a long doji that you can see that has crossed quite a few dojis high. So this is where the liquidity comes. How many of you are not sure about the liquidity? Let me know, guys, because this is where you will be learning how the market moves so that you can trade like a pro. Let me know in the chat if you are not sure about the liquidity. Here you can see gold. This is a liquidity graph nicely, and then the price has dropped in that direction. So let me know in the chat how many of you are not sure about the liquidity. Morning coach, thank you. What's your analysis? Thanks coach, God bless you. Again, morning coach, please. GBP NZD, I'll be looking at that. GBP USD Deepak, good morning coach, please look at GBP CAD. So okay, quite a few requests. GBP USD, GBP CAD, and dollar yen we discussed. So yeah, I'll come up with that question. Let me look at, in the meantime, GBP USD and GBP NZD. Now GBP USD, we can see that like the gold, if I look at daily, past day, there is a long week candle on GBP USD. What I think, this is the daily chart. Okay, first I will be looking at the monthly. Okay, from the monthly, we can see the previous months the price has formed a candle that has a long wick at the bottom and long wick at the top. Okay, so why I'm looking at that, I'll explain. The reason is, when you see this kind of price action, you see the price will test around 50% of this long wick. Exactly, you can see from that 50% the price has a bounce. There is a reason behind it. This is because of the imbalance. Okay, we'll discuss more on my a video on YouTube channel. Make sure you stay subscribed so that you don't miss out this content. And with that bounce on GBP USD has gone to the resistance line. This is the range for this month so far. What I think that GBP USD, we could see the market again going up or coming down. Any one of these will be broken from the monthly. Let's see on the weekly. Now this is the weekly price action on GBP USD. So far you can see tested the upper wick of the weekly candle, and the lower part of the weekly candle has gone to the same zone where it has started. Very interesting. Now what likely to happen next on GBP USD? Let's look at the daily. Now from the daily also, there is a long wick candle, is a healthy body, and there is a long wick at the bottom. What I will be waiting on GBP USD is for the price to test the upper wick of the daily candle. Okay, this is the upper wick of the daily on GBP USD, and as you can see, the price still didn't reach there. What I think that today GBP USD might remain this support and resistance zone. Okay, now from the lower time frame, we can see that the market has forming. It's a very interesting. There's a strong rejection, narrow correction. The price is coming down again with this bearish candle. Now for me, I need to see GBP USD has gone up again along this zone to give us further rejection for this potential move towards the downside on GBP USD. Okay, so I will be waiting for GBP USD to go ahead and test this level and then to give us selling opportunity on GBP USD. Okay, this is where I will be waiting for an entry. All right, so GBP USD this is the bearish candle, and with that bearish candle I'll be waiting for an entry with that point on GBP USD, which is bearish still. Okay, Nisa, I'm new. Would you like to know? I would like to know, coach. Thank you very much, Nisa. Nisa, you are welcome. If you are new, I would recommend that stick to the channel. There is a lot of things that you will be learning. And if you are beginning as a trader also, the first thing that I will tell is always trade in a smaller account, or if a complete beginner, trade in a demo account, and then once you learn, trade in a smaller account. Focus on learning, very, very much important. Okay, trading is all about gaining knowledge, gaining the skills so that you can be a profitable trader. Sani, good morning, coach. Please tell more about liquidity. Yep, I'll be looking at that, coach. Actually happened during liquidity. Okay, so we'll be quickly discussing on liquidity on gold, and then we'll be jumping on back here. Now you can see gold. If I look at the 1 hour chart, okay, we see that this is what I'm planning. Now you can see this is a 1 hour chart, and I think that if you look at the 15 minutes, there's a gap opening, and with that gap opening, it's a bearish candle. Okay, if we could see the price is going up there, testing this support as a resistance, and then you can look for potential selling opportunity on gold. Okay, so gold is now looking at the liquidity, guys. As I mentioned that liquidity is the fuel of the market. If I simply explain is, for example, why it is so important, because smart money, the big boys, that trade based on liquidity. Okay, if you really want to be a consistently profitable trader, one must know how the liquidity works. So what is liquidity? See, there is always a transaction between buyers and sellers in the market on the other side. So let's assume that here you can see all those dojis form. There is a lot of retail traders started to sell this market. Why? Because when these doji is forming, okay, the price is showing potential selling opportunity. Let's say that when this form, retail traders start to think that, okay, this is where I will be selling, because this form double doji, triple doji, and this is a strongly bearish market, and then you're gonna put it to stop loss above this high, take profit here just to see that the market has gone up, okay, hit your stop loss, and then rejected towards the downside. Now why it is so important is because to move the market, there has to be a transaction between buyers and seller. Now when the market drops, the sellers are stronger, right? Now why this needs to happen is because, let's say when you and me and everyone XYZ is selling here, right, with that selling pressure, big boys also want to sell, because everyone is smart, isn't it? Now you and me as a retail trader, when we are selling, the bigger investor, they want to sell also. Imagine that everyone want to sell their mobile phone, right? Everyone wants to sell their mobile phone. Now if everyone wants to sell, there has to be buyer, okay? Otherwise no transaction will happen, right? Now because everyone knows here that there is a selling opportunity, everyone will start to sell the market. And once everyone start to sell, those who are bigger investor, they need buyer to sell. Try to understand. Now once the retail trader place their sell order here, their stop loss is a buy order, okay? This is the key points, keep in mind. So once you sell, your stop loss, my stop loss, everyone's stop loss is a buy order. Now those who are bigger investor, they manipulate that market, okay? I know that it's had a little bit of negative connotation, but manipulation is needed for the movement of the market, and I'll tell you how you can use in your advantage. Now what happened is that the market, you know, let's say maybe they invest some extra here, let's say 10-100 million for example, to make that market move to the upside. Because if they buy, the market has gone up, because there is a lot of stop loss from the seller, which is a buy order. Now once the price has gone there, that buy order is triggered. Once that buy order is triggered, you and me stopped out was a seller turned into a buyer, and their big boys sold from that zone. Now what is the advantage of knowing? The advantage of knowing is that for those who are stopped out here, they are forced to be a buyer, but as a smart trader, you wait for that to happen, okay? You wait for the price to go ahead and take that liquidity. And then once you saw that the market has done enough, you know, the hungry whale has taken its meal, now it's started to move, and then you follow their, you know, flow to slide towards the downside. This is where the smart trader trade, and that's why you have to be smarter than the smartest. And that's why you see the 90% retail trader lose their account money. And if you want to be that 1% that you believe, you need to develop that patience and skill to find the liquidity zone where the market really take its move, so that you can take that move. And this is why, you know, this is what I mentioned, that guys, focus on learning. And you can see that our trade that we trade, most of my trade, almost all my trade is based on strategy that includes liquidity component in that strategy. That the past trade that you have seen, this one, yesterday's trade on the live, and also previous day also there was a live trade. All of them are winner in this live trade. You can see are based on strategy and liquidity. You can learn more by joining us. That's why I invite you. There's a lot of things that you know, you can consume to be a consistently profitable trader, and these are unique education that you'll ever find. Make sure, guys, you click the link, join us, visit the website, and then join Forex Trading Wizard Academy. If you are our member, you will be able to have access everything that we have for the rest of your life, all the strategies, courses, and all the trades that I am trading, sending it to the VIP Telegram channel. And also there is a live chat group where you can join, interact with all the members that you have. So yeah, you can join that and be part of this trading community. So with that said, let's look at now on this one where we can find entry opportunity. Let me see. You see that pullback, okay, which is all right. So you see this movement to the upside. As I mentioned, the price is going up here, which is needed. Okay, from the 1 hour. So from 15 minutes we see this movement. This is now coming down to test this previous support as a resistance. Okay, so what do we see that now on 4 hour? We might find an opportunity very soon on this one. Okay, so that break coming on 1 hour chart. So we could see the market again. You can see this is the support level on the 5 minutes chart. That support is broken. This is the support here, support here, support here, turning resistance here, and we can expect after retest to come down. I want to see the price has tested this level properly, and then we can look for selling opportunity. As I mentioned, this is what I was waiting for, retest. So once we'll see that, we'll look for potential selling opportunity on gold. So there is a gap opening. With that gap opening, we might see the price going to test this level, which is very important. So if we look at the 1 hour, which is almost nearly opening and closing. From the 4 hour, what I want to see, the price tested this opening and closing, and once it will go there, once we'll see that rejection, we can look for potential selling opportunity. Okay guys, so gold is still, for me, it's still bearish. So any point there is an opportunity coming, I will be jumping on a trade. Guys, make sure that you stay tuned, and at the same time there is another live coming up later. In the meantime, I will be watching for price action. Any trade coming along my way, I will be opening, and also I will be sending the same trade to the VIP students who are trading with us in our private Telegram channel. You can join us. With that said, due to the time limit, I'm ending this session. I will come back again, guys, very soon on live. So stay tuned, and also I'll be posting analysis. Make sure you subscribe and press that bell button so that you don't miss out any of that. Any question, don't hesitate to ask, even using the live chat. Okay, and with that said, I'll see you again very soon, and thank you very much. Talk to you soon. Let me know any question that I haven't answered yet. Do you give free? Yeah, PY, absolutely. Thank you very much. Yadu Krishna. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much for everyone, and I'll see you again very soon.